Hi everybody, it's me, Gregor Manarino. How are you today? Alright my friends, I got a lot of questions about this flash crash which occurred yesterday, and I think it's really important to understand the possible dynamics behind this. So let's talk about it. Let's start here. We know this, the Attorney General for the United States, Eric Holder, well, he has come out publicly stating that these too big to fail institutions can basically do whatever they want, whenever they want, with impunity. They will not get in trouble for anything. The financial criminals never do. Now, Eric Holder basically put it to us this way. If the government were to take action against one of these too big to fails, it would shake the foundation of the financial system, and this mechanism would just come apart. Understand that Eric Holder knows that's true. I know that's true. You know that's true. So let's put a little more of a perspective on this. Recently, we've seen the paper prices of gold and silver fall off a cliff. I did forewarn all of you out there that this would likely happen. Okay, but that's a whole other story. Let's do this. These organizations that control the paper markets, again, these are the too big to fails, and they can do whatever they want with these markets. Now, we realize that these people are not stupid, and they can play the game any way they want. Again, they will not get in trouble for it. So what did they do? Understand, I sincerely believe they were well aware ahead of time, because I told all of you it was going to happen, so they had to know that the paper market would likely fall off a cliff. So they all took up short positions and they made billions against their own assets. They do this all the time. We saw this at the crash of 2008 with regard to housing. These institutions were betting against the loans that they were spewing out all over the world. And again, billions of trillions were made from that. And that's a fact. And of course, no one looks into that. The SEC, they have their blinders on here. So, but again, that's another story as well. So we know this. The institutions, again, that run SLV and GLD, the paper markets, this crash caused them to become extremely wealthy. And now they're going to be forcing shortages on the market, because we know this. These organizations, the too big to fails, the investment banks, the central banks of the world, the richest people in the world, governments, have been acquiring gold and silver en masse. So they're going to force shortages. It's going to push the price of the actual asset to the stratosphere in the not too distant future. So I'm just putting perspective on how this all works. So let's do this. This flash crash, which occurred yesterday, this was a coordinated, dynamic attack, and billions were made. Billions were made when this happened. And what happened to the regular guy? Well, more than likely, a smart investor who was, let's say, long the market, had put either trailing stops or some type of a stop on their accounts, on their trades or their investments. So when the market crashed, it triggered all the stops. All these people got stopped out, and end up, well, they lock in a profit. But again, because if they got stopped out, they end up limiting their ability to make a profit. But let's think of it this way. So some organization, more than likely one of these too big to fails, because it had to be an individual or a group of individuals that understand market dynamics to a very high degree. They knew that by blurting out the false tweet about the attack on the White House, the mainstream media would jump on it right away without confirming anything. And what would that do? That would cause a hype to develop, and the market would sell off. Now, having that foreknowledge would have allowed whatever individual or individuals or institutions to make billions and billions of dollars during that flash crash. So they put out this tweet. It gets on the radar of the mainstream media.